What's up, family? Trail here, and there is now a little bit of time left for millions of Americans to claim their stimulus payments and their child tax credits before the deadline. Yes, we have new information directly from the IRS in which they are trying so hard to give this money out to millions of Americans, and I have the details to share with you today. Also, we have a bit of good news that was mentioned by President Biden on Friday, and we have some new information regarding our veterans and their benefits. So let's not wait any further and go ahead and start this video. But in the meantime, hey, you already know what to do. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel as well as hit the like button for us. Now let's jump into the video. Starting off with a little bit of news on the former president, Donald Trump, and the Supreme Court this week has rejected Trump's request to weigh in on the Mar-a-Lago documents probe that is going against him right now. Yes, this happened on Thursday, in which the Supreme Court rejected a petition from the former president barring the special master from reviewing classified documents that were seized at former Trump's estate. Now, this particular order is a major blow to the Trump's efforts to get the high courts to weigh in on the Justice Department proceedings with its investigation into the potential mishandling of the classified material. The DOJ had already asked that the high courts to reject Trump's appeal earlier this week. And as this court has emphasized, courts should be cautious before insisting upon an examination of records whose disclosure would jeopardize national security even by the judge alone in the chambers. So yes, guys, the Trump's legal team had asked SCOTUS to intervene in the dispute over the classified documents and to overturn the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit ruling that allowed the DOJ to review around 100 documents that were retrieved from Mar-a-Lago state. So anyways, guys, that is one of the latest pieces in regards to the former President Trump. But in addition to that, the New York Attorney General is still going after Trump. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago where the Attorney General was actually suing Trump for millions of dollars. And now the New York Attorney General wants to bar Trump from moving his assets amid the civil fraud lawsuit that is going on right now. And yes, the New York Attorney General's office has asked the judge to stop the former President Trump from moving his business assets to a new holding company amid a pending civil lawsuit. Now, the AG's office has alleged that Trump and the Trump Organization are looking to avoid accountability in this particular lawsuit, as the former president faces other legal challenges that is tied to his time while he was in office, as well as his businesses and the 2020 election. Now, this particular civil lawsuit from Letitia James's office in New York has filed back in September accuses Trump and his 3 children and the Trump organization of widespread fraud. Now, James's office said that the Trump Organization registered a new entity called Trump Organization 2 LLC on the same day that the AG filed the lawsuit. And James's office alleged that Thursday that Trump's businesses hasn't guaranteed it will not move assets out of the state to evade some of the legal accountability. So again, guys, I don't know what Trump is doing right now in regards to creating this new company, this new organization on the same day that this actual lawsuit was filed. But it does appear that what the Attorney General is saying, that he is trying to move his assets just in case he is going ahead and get sued on his first company that he started. But again, we don't know the exact details. That is all we have right now. And then last but not least, in regards to the former president, because he continues to stay in the news. Yes, former President Donald Trump has lashed out at the January 6th committee because they have now voted earlier this week that they are ready to subpoena Donald Trump. Yes, the former President Trump said on Thursday that he dismissed a House committee's vote to subpoena him for testimony about the events that happened on January 6th, which was the riot on Capitol Hill. Now, why didn't the Unselect Committee ask me to testify months ago? Trump posted on his Truth Social media platform shortly after the House panel investigating the Capitol riots on January 6th sent to subpoena him. He said, look, why didn't they wait until the very end, the final moments of their last meeting because the committee is a total bust. That has only served to further divide our country, which, by the way, is doing very badly, he said, which a laughing stock all over the world. He is talking about this committee that is in regards to the January 6th committee. Now, the 9-member panel on Thursday voted unanimously at the conclusion of its hearing to subpoena Trump for his testimony about the events that leading up and on the day of January 6th of 2021, when the pro-Trump rioters stormed the Capitol Hill to try and halt the certification of the 2020 election results. Now, the committee said in a statement that he is the one person at the center of the story of what happened on January 6th, so we want to hear directly from him. The committee needs to do everything in their power to tell the most complete story possible and to provide recommendations to help ensure that nothing like January 6th ever happens again. We need to be fair and thorough in getting the full context for the evidence that we have obtained so far, and that is what they said in a statement. So, will Donald Trump be forced to do a testimony in front of this particular January 6th committee? Personally, I don't think so. I don't think it will go that far. And this continues to go over and over again with the legal troubles that the former President Donald Trump is facing right now. Now, whether he be able to escape all of these like he has in the past, we still don't know yet, guys. It is still up in limbo. But guys, we do know that Donald Trump is a very smart man, so he will probably get out of everything. But I don't know how you guys feel about this, but either way it goes, these legal troubles, they just won't go away. Or as the former President Donald Trump said, it's just plainly a witch hunt. But anyways, guys, moving on to some better news. Governor DeSantis in Florida, yes, he has signed an executive order to ease some of the voting rules that have been put in place over the past 30 to 90 days or so in Florida and these Florida counties because of the impact that they are dealing with in regards to the effects of the Hurricane Ian. Yes, it talks about it right here that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Thursday signed an executive order expanding some early voting and voting by mail options for the counties most heavily impacted by the hurricane. Now, the executive order 22-234, which applies to Florida, Charlotte, Lee, and Sarasota counties, extends the early voting period from as early as October the 24th through the election day, which is on November the 8th. It also increases the number of early voting locations. Now, voters in the 3 counties specified will be additionally allowed to request their vote by mail ballots to be mailed to their different addresses than the ones with which they are registered to, although they will still be required to verify their identities using a government ID, which has always been in place, guys. Just want to point that out. But anyways, the order permits poll workers trained for the 2020 election or afterwards to staff voting locations in the counties, including the new ones created under DeSantis' executive order. Now, Florida was the state most affected by the Hurricane Ian, which left behind extensive damage and resulted in the deaths of more than 100 people in the state alone. So far, guys, the total death toll is still uncertain as emergency responders continue to search for the missing persons across the state of Florida. So that just reminds me, guys, that if you haven't already, I ask and plead with you that you continue to keep those in our prayers that have been affected directly from this hurricane, as well as those individuals that have lost loved ones from this particular hurricane. Continue to keep them in your prayers in the meantime. But moving on, guys, hey, President Biden and his administration has extended the COVID-19 public health emergency declaration. Now, this happened on Thursday. The Biden administration extended the nation's COVID-19 public health emergency for the next 90 days as officials brace for a potential surge of infections over the winter. And if you guys don't recall, yes, Dr. Anthony Fauci said that we could see an uptick in the COVID-19 cases as well as new variants being discovered during the winter season. But anyways, the declaration comes as daily deaths and case rates have been falling throughout the United States, continue to see more than 300 people dying due to COVID-19 each and every day. Now, the White House health officials have been urging people to get updated variant-specified COVID-19 vaccine and have said extent of any surge depending on the precautions people take and the vaccination rates. And if you are up to date with your vaccines and if you get treated, if you have a breakthrough infection, your risk of dying from COVID is now close to zero, according according to the White House. But anyways, guys, I know some of you out there have already been vaccinated, and then on the other side, some of you don't even believe in this particular vaccination process and all the things that the government, as well as Dr. Anthony Fauci, has been talking about in regards to getting vaccinated in this country. However, this is exactly what the Biden administration is pushing, as well as other individuals out there, although we are still seeing people that have been multiply vaccinated, as well as people that have had the booster shots as well, continue to come down with COVID-19. However, we don't necessarily see a lot of them dying after they've been vaccinated. So guys, you still have to make up your own decision in regards to whether or not you will be vaccinated. I know for me and my family, we have been vaccinated. We have not had the booster shots, but anyways, guys, we are still here. We have not, luckily, came down with COVID-19 as of yet. So hopefully that we continue on that same trajectory. But moving on, guys, hey, the Department of Veterans Affairs, they have also expanded their survivor benefits to same-sex couples. Now, I don't know about you guys, whether or not you believe in the LGBTQ, sorry if I mispronounced that, but it's not on the tip of my tongue. But if you definitely are supporting of them, you are definitely excited about this information, because if you're like me, I believe that everyone should have the right to receive different type of benefits, regardless to what particular sex or what particular different things that you participate in. That doesn't matter. I believe that all individuals in this country deserve to have health benefits, guys. But anyways, guys, the Department of Veterans Affairs said on Friday that an initiative to expand their survivor benefits to survivors of LGBT veterans, many of whom were unable to legally wed before the Supreme Court legalized the same-sex marriage nationwide in 2015, but before the Supreme Court's landmark decision, same-sex couples in at least a dozen states were unable to legally marry each other. And the fact continues to impact survivors of LGBT veterans who are excluded from VA survivor benefits because their veteran spouse died before their legal union met the department's length of marriage requirements. So guys, this is very important, because a lot of people, if they are married or wasn't able to get married, but they're still dating one another and they are the same sex, they weren't able to get benefits, and then they end up dying, and then their spouse is unable to receive these particular survivor benefits as well. So I'm really excited to see this particular information in which the VA, the Veteran Affairs, has decided to expand their survivor benefits to same-sex couples. This is very important, as especially the Supreme Court is stepping in and trying to prevent those individuals from loving each other and being married to one another. So anyways, guys, the Veteran Affairs has made that next step to make sure that all individuals are covered with these particular benefits that is being provided by the Department of Veteran Affairs. And last but not least, guys, we do have a bit of stimulus update news, and this is coming directly from the IRS's website, as you can see right here, irs.gov. Now, this information came out on Thursday, and yes, the IRS is sending letters to about 9 million potential eligible families who did not claim their stimulus payments or their EITC or their child tax credit and other benefits as well. And yes, the deadline to do this, they're giving you a little bit more time. The deadline is going to be November the 17th, which means you have about 33 days to go ahead and get this done, guys. Do not miss out on this opportunity to claim some of these stimulus payments that you told people that you never received, or as well as these earned income tax credits that you never received, as well as some of these child tax credits that you never received. The IRS said that 9 million people have not claimed these benefits, and they are trying to give this money away. Yes, guys, it says that starting this week, the IRS is sending letters to more than 9 million individuals and families who appear to qualify for a variety of key tax benefits but did not claim them by filing a 2021 federal income tax return. Now, many in this particular group may be eligible to claim some or all of the 2021 recovery rebate credits, or the child tax credits, or the earned income tax credits and other tax credits, depending on their personal and their family situation. Now, the special reminder letters that are going out this week, which will be arriving in the mailboxes over the next few weeks, are being sent to people who appear to qualify for the child tax credit, the recovery rebate credit, or the earned income tax credit, but haven't yet filed a 2021 return to claim those benefits. Yes, the letter printed in both English and in Spanish, provides a brief overview of each of these 3 credits on this particular letter. Now, the IRS wants to remind potentially eligible people, especially families, that they may qualify for these valuable tax credits, said the IRS Commissioner Chuck Reddick. He said in a statement that we encourage people who haven't filed a tax return yet for 2021 to review these options. Even if they aren't required to file a tax return at all, they may still qualify for several important credits. We don't want people to overlook these tax credits, and the letters will remind people of their potential eligibility and the steps that they can take right now in order to claim these various of tax credits. Yes, guys, this is very important news, and they are saying that 9 million people, I couldn't even imagine that 9 million people out there are not wanting their stimulus checks or their earned income tax credits or their EITCs or their child tax credits. I can't even imagine, guys, but apparently they are saying that around 9 million people and families could be eligible to receive some additional valuable tax credits in the form of all 3 of these that is listed on this particular report. Now, like I said, this is coming directly from the IRS's website. Even if you didn't have any income in the year of 2021 and you don't typically have to file a tax return, the only way that you can claim these tax credits, the child tax credit, the earned income tax credit, the stimulus payments, the stimulus checks, all of the above, the only way that you can claim those is go ahead and claim and file a 2021 tax return. Basically state that you don't have any income, you don't receive anything, but you could be still eligible to receive one of these particular tax credits, if not all of them. And this could put thousands of dollars in your pockets as well as your family pockets. And what a great time, because the country is dealing with the high inflation prices, the price of grocery stores, the price of gas at the pumps, a lot of things, guys. Everything has pretty much gone up 50%. So you definitely want to take advantage of this at last time to go ahead and claim your stimulus payments, your child tax credits, as well as your earned income tax credits, guys. But anyways, hey, if you're interested, I will include a link to this IRS article down below in the description so that you can read all of it in its entirety to get the exact information on exactly what you need to do to claim your valuable tax credits. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the items down below. They really help and support this channel. And some of the links offer opportunities to get some free cash in your pockets. Those links are down below so that you can check those out. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.